backyard. And here one day is this kitten in the backyard. And we thought, oh, this cat's going to come eat the birds. But it was like a kitten. So gave it food, water. And we thought, oh, maybe it's like a neighbor's cat and we'll never see it again. And then it came back like 2 days later and it was still hungry and needed water. So we took it inside and we took it to the vet and everything's good. It's a 5-month-old girl and she weighs 5 pounds and she got released from our bedroom today. So she's out in the house with FB and Gata. And so here we go. Here she is. Here is Houdini. That is her name because she escaped from wherever she was. She had a collar, like a basic, what's it called? Flea collar. So we took that off of her. So she escaped. I hope she doesn't escape my house. But there she is. And that's where I was thinking about the boots with the fur because that's in my closet. And you can see one of my boots with the furs on the top there. And I was like, those are Uggs, I think. So,
yes. I think they're Uggs, aren't they?
I think they're Uggs. Yeah, because these are my Docs, my leather Docs, and then I think these are my Uggs. And I haven't been able to wear them because it's been too hot for too long. But so these are my. Why am I echoing on your side? God,
that was me. That was me. Because I was commenting.
Anyway,
sorry.
There she is. So everybody send good vibes that Houdini does not escape the house here because I don't want to let her like live on her own, live a very sad life out on the streets.
Nobody wants to live on the streets, especially in California. Well, no, like who knows? Like Gavin Newsom would probably give her like a ton of money. She'd have like $150,000 a year for like homeless cat fees.
You know how I forgot how many Ferraris I said I had last week. I think it was Ferraris.
4 or 5.
Yeah, and she would have 12. She would have 12 Ferraris. She can't reach the pedals, but that's okay. They'd have to be electric Ferraris because we've passed a rule where banning the sale of gas-powered cars by 2035. So, yeah.
I honestly think she would drive a Jaguar. We're here all night, ladies and gentlemen. Mercury Cougar, says Gregopedia.
Did I have a Cougar? I had a shit box Mercury that I almost like would get crashed into because I couldn't like get fast enough in it when I'd go to college in it. Mercury something piece of shit. Anyhow, that company's out of business.
Too funny. So Alycia, how are you? We like jumped in at like the 11th. They were still talking about our list before.
Oh yeah.
How are you?
I'm doing pretty decent. I had to scale back on my Starbucks budget. So today we are drinking what is that? Pure Gold? No, not Pure Gold. I don't know what it is. It's a lemon iced tea. I'll remember the brand name soon enough. So I had to scale down on my Starbucks budget. My husband, he saw, what are you drinking? Vodka out of the bottle? Look at you go.
I've done that at my day job. Like I've taken a big drink out of this. I'm like, there's not enough gin in this. And they're like, oh my God. Like, dude, really? Do you really think I'm bringing in 50 ounces of gin? Like, you know, I know
I've heard about it. I won't say where I heard that story, but I did hear about it. Like a person that worked in a bank, and they had a bottle that looked like a water bottle, but it was filled with either vodka or gin. One of those that doesn't have an odor that you wouldn't smell on somebody. So yeah, yes, Donna, it's Gold Peak. That's it.
Gold Peak.
Gold Peak. It's pretty good. So
one of my girlfriends did that during one of the Woodstocks. I don't know. I don't think it was the one that I was at, but one of the Woodstocks, she brought a case of water, and like it had, you know, water bottles all around it, and it was shrink wrapped, and you were allowed to bring them in if they were shrink wrapped. So she wiggled out the ones on the edges and then filled all the middle bottles with vodka. Like if they went in and they grabbed one out of there, like it would be water, but all the inside ones were vodka. That was Tiffany.
Now we know your business, Tiffany. We know your business.
She was crafty. We have 41.
Oh, good! Yay! Yay! snack packs here. Look at, and we got Marisol and Jen, and we have Donna.
They're
And then
dipped
whoever
here.
else. Yeah.
And
Okay, so
Amina, I saw you up. I actually owe Amina an email. I did not forget about you, darling. I will email you tomorrow, I promise. I
we
just
even
was
have an
scrambling.
evil cupcake here.
I saw that. I love evil cupcakes.
Yeah, as long as they don't go straight to my ass, I'm down for it.
There's evil cupcake. Hello, evil cupcake.
Hola. So we've got like so many things to get into today. Oh, I didn't ask you how you are. Let me be polite. How are you, Anna? How's it been?
I am on my last day of my week off.
Oh, your staycation.
My staycation. I got a lot of tarot stuff done. I was telling Alycia, and a lot of you were there. I did a live on Wednesday. I did readings for you guys. I think that's gonna be my new schedule. I think I'm much better at the lives than I am at production videos. I'm just saying. So I don't know, maybe a little reformatting. Worked on my book a little. Worked on my tarot book, and basically did not worry about anything. So spent a lot of time on my porch. Hung out with my kids. And what else? It's been grand. It's been fantastic. I totally understand the people that don't want to work. So
I know. I think about that. And then I think I would probably get bored and I'd start reading tarot cards and looking into my neighbor's secret lives. So I probably could like not work officially, but I would still be reading tarot just because it's fun.
Yeah, I would too. So, this was not on our list, but Amina just said that. So I kind of think, yeah,
Okay,
that
go
I
there.
didn't hear the song. Did you hear the song yet?
I saw the cover where there's a picture of Elton and his Dodgers thing, and then Britney's wearing something, but I don't remember what it said on the front of hers, but it wasn't Dodgers. It said something else. And then I was thinking, oh, thank God they didn't use a current picture of Elton because God only knows what type. He would probably look like Al Bundy in a baseball outfit by now. It's not good. Oh, Serendipity's retired. Nice.
Oh, lucky duck.
Excitable 67 said she listened to a short bit of it. She didn't like it. So, oh, and then Donna said, mentioned about maybe checking in with Gabby Hanna. I'm not sure about what's up with that Gabby Hanna chick. I saw a little drama there going on. But we'll see if we can check into it. And yeah, Jude's got like, yeah, I saw that South Africa hates Meghan now. They basically told her to F off.
Wow, did they ever?
That was the best ever. I was like, you go, South Africa. I want to move to your continent now.
So, and Celtic Rune says that Meghan Markle pushed Joe Rogan off #1 on Spotify. I have an opinion about that. So I listened to it, the whole thing.
Let me be clear. She said that within the first 10 seconds and I turned it off.
Yeah. It I get what she's trying to do. She was trying to like have it be like a fly on the wall, like her and Serena were just having like a chat. But
Yeah.
she talked about herself. I think it was 65% of the time she was talking. So it really wasn't an interview. She's not really interviewing someone, but she's doing like a fireside chat kind of thing. Like who did that? FDR? Was that FDR that did that?
I don't remember. I wasn't around.
Was it FDR? Yes. It was FDR.
Oh, Greg was around? Did he listen to him live?
Greg's a Lyndon B. Johnson kind of guy.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
Oh my.
So I know what goes on. I think like she's trying to be like the everyone's girlfriend. Like I totally get what she's trying to do, and she was trying to do it with the Tig. I still, hand to God, think the Tig was her wheelhouse, and she should go back there and do that. Now, Tarot by Andy or Mad
Mad World.
World or whoever that was. One of them did like a Meghan at 50 and like saw like there's going to be all this financial trouble and it's like starting now. So, they're definitely. I think Rome is in decline. But I mean, she had it. It was a good idea, but the podcast was really annoying. It was like being stuck at lunch with somebody who like just wanted to talk about themselves, but like I can't even say anything about that because here I am, like a YouTuber, like making videos and like pushing for likes.
Wait, but here, okay. So if any of you guys haven't, like I was telling Anna before we got on, if you're not subscribed to River, go subscribe to River because I was watching, I think the latest video, and I was dying. He's doing the American accent, so I love that. And he's talking about, he made a similar point to you as if it's kind of like she's trying to make it kind of like TIG audio, I guess, like by giving you like, oh my gosh, girl, come sit with us. You can sit with us.
Yeah.
And it was just not, I don't know. Like I said, I listened to 5 seconds and as soon as I heard, let me be clear, I thought of Obama and I turned that shit off. I was like, no, you don't need to be any more clear than you already were.
It's just off the mark. Like, it's like, I get it. Like, she's trying to do it, but it's just off the mark. And like, girl, you said too many crappy things. You got to go away. Away. So,
but thinks she can. It's like a moth to a flame, burned by desire for her PR funeral pyre. Oh, look at me making weird poetry. Okay.
So we've got the revelation about the fire in South Africa, which everyone's really insulted because she basically made it sound like that mansion she stayed in was a mud hut. And then there's an issue with her saying mud cloth because apparently mud cloth. So I don't know if you did this when you had kids. I wore both my kids. In fact, I wore both of them at one point. And I mean, my daughter was premature, so it was really important to hold her. And I had like the traditional baby carry thing, but she was too little. She was 4 pounds 14 ounces when she was born. She was like a little bag of sugar. So it was much better for me to use a sling. So like, and it's like the mud cloth, but mine is the one that I used. It was one of the gals that I worked with in dog training. She made it, and it was like a big cloth with like a circle piece of plastic, and you could like tie the baby onto your back when they were bigger. You could tie them on your front here. You could set it up so you could nurse and like walk around and it still covered you. It was really cool. So she had a nanny, or still has this nanny from South Africa, and she said instead of leaving Archie in the room, she wrapped him up and like put him on her back with the mud cloth. So mud cloth is actually a very expensive fabric because it's like printed somehow and it involves mud in South Africa. And it's actually, they're handmade fabric, so it's a very expensive fabric, but it's not necessarily the sling that used. So that was like, that was taken as a racist comment on her part. Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't use a sling. I had a preemie as well. She was 5 pounds 5 ounces, but I am a klutz and I cannot tie anything around me. I barely can get out of my own shirt. So tying things and holding a baby, the baby would have fell through. So no, I cannot do it. I am not talented enough for that. I wish I could, but no. So I have no experience with slingies or mud cloths or anything else.
So it worked great for me, especially like when I had the second one, like I would have him on the front and I had her on the hip, and it was all over the place. Oh, Yeely, I'm not done with it yet. I will let you guys know when the book is done. I promise.
Yes. So let us know. Maybe you could demonstrate. I'm sure you have like educational or exercises or something in it, right?
I do.
Okay, then you can do one of those for us on one of our lives. We can all learn.
I will do that. We'll do a mini class. We'll do the pips. We'll talk about the
Oh,
pips. Yeah, you like how I talk about the pips because I do the house, like where you
I
build the
do.
house.
It's really good. I think it's makes it easy to understand. So,
Instead of memorizing the cards. So we had Trevor Engelson leak too on Meghan Markle.
yeah. Okay. Well, let's before we dive into that deep, dark, muddy, dirty, spider web infested place. Um, is that the danger zone chick?
That's her, and HG Tudor is taken down too.
I don't know HG Tudor. I don't. I guess my little world of YouTube that I watch must be really small. Um, that's well. I sorry to hear about that lady. I don't know her, but do we want to start with the Elton thing and get it out of the way? I don't know what we were asking about Elton and Brittany.
Just like oh wait, well we can go back there. They're number one right now.
Oh, here it is. Number one worldwide. Can we check on the Federlines and Jamie Spears? Oh, okay. So we're on the side
Yes.
of those two. All right. So, yeah, haven't heard much from Kevin Federline. So what's he up to? Is he back to like looking for coins in his car?
So if I remember the last time we checked in, when I was looking at Kevin Federline, like he's got like closets full of sneakers and like tracksuits, and they're all a little threadbare because he can't really afford to buy new ones.
Yes, that's what we had last time. So, oops, got
right.
switch you. All right, so let's check in then first on the Feder house.
Are we both going to do Kevin?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do a true dueling tarot. Let's both check in on Mr. Federline.
True dueling tarot. Chink chink.
We need sound effects. One day I'll figure that out. Gregopedia should figure that out. He's smart.
I know. Like, where is he? He's upstairs getting the pizza.
Oh, he needs to research how we can do a sound effect thing where it doesn't tax our computers, because that's about the last thing we need is a tech failure. All right. Hello, puppy.
Raven's not happy.
Not happy. Oh my. Oh my. Shit's already going down over there. Why is it everything I'm touching like just okay. Trying to make it so we can see all the cards. It doesn't look like things are going well for Mr. Federline. It also looks like he might be looking for a new partner of trash to share some more trashy stuff. It's like he's been pushed to the outside. He's like, but like he's out on the street. He can't even get into the gates of the mansion of whatever other nefarious member he's might be working with. He's been voted off the island and he's shopping around some other stuff right now. I think he thinks he's got something else here that's going to come through and really like destroy Brittany. What do you got going on over there in the wild world or whatever it is?
He's trying to figure out how to get over this hump. Not that kind of hump, but he know it's not so much that he's blocked, but it's that the only way I could say is like the gravy train is run out. So like all this giant mushroom is 5 of Wands, and that's like working together with others to a better end, trying to get some yield out of it. But we've got that Eight of Pentacles, which really is like, hey, this is what it is, and it's not going to get any better. So, whatever you have, you need to count your coins and you need to make them last, because you're not going to benefit from this released music. He still has some anxiety over the whole situation, but it's abating because he thinks he's got something good here. Under the surface, he thinks he's got something that he can proceed with. But it's definitely this whole gravy train is running out. I just want to pull a few more cards on. I got to jump out. So Two of Pentacles. Oh my God. I think he's going to try and like go back to work.
Doing what?
Dancing. I immediately got that. Did he do Dancing with the Stars yet?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. I was going to say he's not going to be a backup dancer for a boy band. I know that. Can you imagine? That's like watching Al Bundy in a tracksuit. Fuck that.
No, he needs that. He absolutely needs that. So like I think he's going to try and go on Dancing with the Stars, because all right, so this is his mentality. His mentality is, if she's doing better and if she's doing better with income, like she's starting to do stuff with Elton John, she's got some support from bigwigs in the industry. He's like, well, I'm going to benefit from this, but he knows that there's a blockade. He's not going to get through that. So he's got to figure out how to create this sustainable income, because those boys are getting older and he's not going to have that income pretty soon.
No,
they're going to be going to school, and then that money doesn't go through his hands. Like when they go to college, like it's going to be paid out of another fund. So it's really terrible. All right, so did you pull on Jamie?
No, I was just going to say, Amina said he did a reality show about losing weight. And then Brittany says he hasn't danced since, I guess, Justin Timberlake, JT, in 2002. So, and then I was just pulling some Halloween. Huh?
I'm putting it out there. I think he's going to do that. I think he's going to do like Dancing with the Stars.
I pulled some Halloween Oracle cards on him, because we're getting almost to spooky season. There's something new on the horizon, so he's looking to the future. So if there's some type of money-making deal that he's working on, and here's the thing, I don't know if it's going to be dancing, because it feels like there's an element of like he needs to control the narrative. There's no narrative to be had on Dancing with the Stars that I recall. I think there's something here, unless there's that tell-all interview. Is that thing dead? I don't remember.
No, but I think they recorded it.
Okay, so maybe there's something coming out. Like, I think he's like doing a gossipy bullshit, like tell-all thing. That's what I think he's doing. But he might also be going on Dancing with the Stars, dancing with the, I don't know, maybe he's going to start an OnlyFans. Oh God, ew.
Maybe he'll be doing roasting chicken on there.
No. Meghan, Kevin.
Meghan, Kevin's calling me. I gotta go.
Oh God.
I know he's in preservation mode. He's trying to figure out what's gonna become of me in 10 years.
Yes. Okay. And so then the other one we needed to check on was Jamie Spears. That's the dad, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Let's check on Jamie Spears and see what that codger's up to. Codger. Well, I'm so glad they named the daughter Jamie Lynn so we can tell them apart.
So I have to tell you, guilty pleasure, I subscribe to Lifetime movies on my Amazon video,
Really?
and I'm making my way through the VC Andrews movies that they made. So right now there's Flowers in the Attic Origins, which is the story of the grandmother.
Oh, you told me about that one. I forgot
really
when I went. I went to look for the flowers in the attic thing, and then I got distracted, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, there's so many of those to watch." And then I was like, this is overwhelming. It's like trying to start 90 Day Fiance. I didn't know where to go.
So I'm now watching all of them, but the good news is that I watched the Heaven series, and I was on my treadmill for 2 hours, and I walked 5 miles today. So
That's a good idea. Maybe I should just go find some like other shows to watch that I have to binge, and I'll walk and watch them. That might be good.
poor Gregopedia, when I was watching it on the porch last night, was like, I can't watch this anymore.
He's like, can't bond anymore, babe. I don't like this stuff. Is he helping the Fetter man? Like, I'm almost like looking at here. It's like, I think he's trying to control some situation here. It's not looking good. I got the death card underneath. But it's almost like, I don't know if he's trying to weasel himself back into.
Yes, I'm getting that.
Okay. And it's like not going well. And maybe that's why he's trying to get in business with the Fetter man. Feeding him some shit too, but like he's trying to do it on the down low. I don't know, like facilitate the Fetter man.
So I'm not getting Kevin Federline here, but I'm getting that he's throwing it out there to reconcile the family, and he's going all the way back to when they were little, and like it's like, oh, you remember when Christmas was fun before like we were multimillionaires and known worldwide, like, remember what a happy family we had. I made mistakes. I want to rectify those mistakes, but like it's all bullshit. There's all this ulterior motive behind the scenes. There's just lies, yeah.
Nobody's believing his stuff. It's all a bunch of bullshit. It's kind of like, remember the good old days? Like, no, bro, not good. And then they close the door on his face. Look at that. Look at how many. We are at 71. Hopefully 71 people stick around. Welcome. Welcome, newbies. I always hate that term when someone called me a newbie. It's just like, don't call me a newbie. I don't know what that means. So it says, Amina said, Jamie Spears gave Britney's lawyer over 19,000 documents as part of his deposition, possibly incriminating Lou Taylor. Is it true?
Let's take a look.
Because wait a minute, didn't we look that up? Wasn't Jamie going and getting baptized like in the Jordan River with Lou Taylor, and we thought they were hooking up?
There was something weird going on there.
Even though her husband was there too. But
yeah.
Let's see. What's Jamie handing over? 19,000 documents?
That's a lot of documents.
Yeah. Dude, is it like her entire medical history? Especially when we get to, which is what we're going to start with, is, well, as you know, we're going to do tax. This feels like he's like given them the entire like her owner's manual. I don't even know of a different way to say it.
No, the owner's manual.
Yeah. Like the entire owner's manual of Britney Spears. Oh, she had her first meltdown, and here's the page. Oh, and this is what happened on this date. And oh my God. And he's just like dropping it like he's dropping his laptop off to get repaired. Like some other people. But
yeah, I always describe Britney Spears like there's Britney Spears, the person, family member, and then there's Britney Spears, the machine. And
Yeah.
so, like, having the owner's manual totally makes sense to me.
Yeah. It's like he's he's dropped it off, he's walked away. It's like, "Oh, I've given you," like, he thinks there's some, like, pink, like, gold mine, some nugget in there. They're just gonna find it. I bet you they'll find it because he's probably put 12 Post-it notes and he's highlighted everything or something. It's like he feels like he's dropped off some golden nugget for them. He's just gonna wait for them to find it, and it's like he's given them, like, everything. I don't know if this is maybe even like surveillance or I don't know. He's given them a shit ton of stuff.
And,
Um
I still get this whole weird thing with Lou Taylor. Like, I like, this is like happy family, but, oh, we can't be together. Or it's like, but she's like the mommy. She's like the mommy taking care of all of the things, and she's the one who could keep Brittany under control, and she's the one that could be sweet. Like, I have a feeling like Lou Taylor was like the punisher and the comforter. Like, I don't know. Like, I get a very, like, I think they really let her parent Brittany a great deal, which sounds really disturbing.
it makes sense. I mean, if you think about it, if you would look back in time and you're looking at the parents, what Lynn and Jamie. Oh, hence Jamie Lynn. Got it. Okay. Anyway, if you look back at the parents, I mean, come on. Like they're just basically pimping her out there. They're like, yeah, go ahead, go do it. Push, 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 right? So I could see where that could be a good way for Lou to get ahead and be like, I'll be that stability that you're not getting from your parents. I'm also going to keep you in line because you're a money making machine. I could see it.
Yeah, it's a very creepy relationship. Let's do Brittany and Lou's relationship. Can we do that?
Yes, let's do that.
By the way, Gilded Girl's here. She's back. Yes.
Did you see her picture?
I don't know, but look, I got mine up there.
Oh, wait, wrong hand. Oh, there's mine. Okay, yeah. Hmm.
No, absolutely, man. That's
Hmm.
yeah. I mean, I can see you being that bridge, you know? So which is very valuable.
Hmm. I think I allegedly for entertainment purposes. I feel like I've come to that part in the reading. Uh she's I'm going to say allegedly. I'm just a chick reading tarot cards. I don't know. She seems like she's really, really, really more a part of this legal wrangling than I would have suspected.
Yeah.
She's trying to play down low. It also feels like she might be there a lot of the times when there has been the past meltdowns and she is like, no, I have a hand, just grab my hand, I'm going to help you, but it's like grabbing the devil's hand. um and I think it's like she can only go so far, so maybe that's why she's partnered up so deep with Daddy. Mm.
Yeah. So I'm getting here that it was an unbalanced power situation in the relationship, that there was no escaping her. It was like every time she went to a doorway or tried to get out, like Lou Taylor was right there and like blocking her from going anywhere.
Yes.
And that, like, she is just not to be denied. Like, she's just not, she'll play the long game. Lou Taylor's here, Brittany's over here. She felt like she was very much out of control. And that all that internet stuff, here's our cries for help. We have our little page of axes in there, and those
Yeah.
remember when everybody was saying, oh, wear a yellow ribbon if you you know, need help, and like she have a yellow ribbon the next time. So like all that was legit. There's a lot of emotions over the relationship. Brittany is very angry, almost foolishly angry. She's not keeping any of the information that she needs to keep. So, Brittany, if you're watching this, you got to keep some things quiet for now, because you got to put them in your pocket. Pull them
Yeah.
out when you need them later. Don't blow your wad. So, you know, I get it. She wants to have some agency over the situation, but she's showing way too much of her emotions about it. So, and Lou Taylor's playing for keeps. She's playing the long game. She's got to be careful. I totally get the sense that like Lou Taylor wants to like take over the catalog. Like, remember how Michael Jackson allegedly bought the Beatles catalog? I don't know if that was true.
No, that was true, because he and Paul McCartney apparently, Paul McCartney, that's how, at least how I remember the story, was that, you know, if you're smart, you go and buy music catalogs. And then he did. And he didn't think he was going to buy the Beatles or whatnot. Yeah. And I'm getting like with the Four of Swords over here, Lou Taylor's like a sleeper, but she's like that. She's in every corner where no matter where you turn around, she's there. Hi.
Yeah.
It's like,
she's like a whack-a-mole.
Yeah, and she's coming up here, the Queen of Swords energy, where she's like Judge Judy bitch energy too. Like she plays all these roles, but it's all like to corner your prey, like get her into a corner. It's horrid. I don't like it.
I don't like it either. So let's do a little plug for our Gilded Girl.
Oh, so,
yes, we are both very touched and just wow, like humbled that you made us paintings. That was really tremendous. It was our first fan art. We want you to know that.
Yes, it was our first fan art.
She was our first. So
yes.
Was that? You're lucky your fan art went that way. Greg said we're lucky the fan art went that way. So I don't know if he's gotten fan art. Maybe he's gotten some odd fan art, but
thank God we didn't get any fan art from that guy we had to keep blocking the Tarot Destroyer. Can you imagine? That art would have been horrible. It had my anal warts all over it.
Oh my goodness. Look who showed up. Where have you been?
Welcome, baby. And so, and Gilded Girl, we did put up on the last live stream, I think. I don't know if I have the link anymore. We'd have to find it, but we put up her Etsy shop too.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So
and her Insta too, right?
Did we? I've lost the screen. I've lost the plot. Shelly Art Studio 1. I have the Facebook. But if you want to put in there your Etsy, put it in the comments. So
please do.
People can come check out your art, your beautiful, beautiful art that made me all verklempt. I love it. So then let's see. Abina says Lou started it. There's even emails where she set up the judge and lawyer and even wanted to be concerned. Oh, so she has been deep into this shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Shady
McDuff.
Yes, Shady McDuff. Shady
so
McShady.
Anything else we want to know? How's Brittany feel? Let's look at her. And I'm going to use my Housewives tarot for this.
Ow!
Did you meow?
It was kind of a meow. It's kind of, my daughter and I make these weird sounds to each other. We have whole conversations and sounds that sound like crotchety old people. We go meow, meow, meow. And I took her for her senior photos, and the guy he said, "Oh, thanks for stopping by. It's nice to meet you." And she just responded back with meow. So I've been tending to make those vocal responses to others. Hmm. I think she's smartening up. I think she might have some secret person in her back pocket here that's helping her out.
You know what that is? Sneaky snack.
Oh, Sneaky Snacker. I need to get her. Sneaky. Oh, it's getting so heavy. By the time we get to the end of the year, I'm going to have to get myself a winch. All right.
A winch?
Yeah, a winch to lift it up.
A winch or winch?
I'm a wench. I'll have to get a winch.
So I think she may be smartening up too. But she still feels very much out of control. Hence why we've got like the likes of Elton John showing up on the scene.
I don't like him anymore. I love his music, some of his old music. There's something like ever since that art thing came up, I don't like him anymore. And so now I'm wondering, is there something shady with him and her? Like
Shall
what's
we look at
behind?
that?
Yes, let's look at that. And then we'll be done with them. We'll go into the marks.
See,
Markle.
I like that he's got beef with Madonna.
Well, everyone should have beef with Madonna because, yeah. I mean, what she's done to her body is driving me bonkers. And then when I saw her taking the bath in the milk during the middle of the pandemic, yeah, that shit, like,
Now I'm gonna go lay in a bath of milk.
yeah, it looked like cheese milk though, like not normal milk, like cheese milk. God only knows what's in there. God, and then she's just a kook.
Probably breast milk. She's probably soaking in breast milk.
Ugh.
Someone's breast milk.
God only knows whose it is. That's a whole disgusting tarot read I'd never want to go down into. I mean, we did look into the love life or the bound chicka bow wow life of the president and ex-president. So we've already gone down some dirty lanes, but I don't want to go down that lane.
We don't want to know about her lactation farm?
No. We don't want to know about a lactation partner. I don't know if she's just buying the shit at Whole Foods. I don't want to know anything.
And the transcript detection at the use of the tubes goes bananas.
And they're like, does not compute. They're talking weird shit.
Those words don't even go together.
Yeah, can you imagine if Zuckerfuck was in charge over here? He would just not know what to do. He's already screwed himself over there on the Rogan show.
Yeah, put a big foot in his mouth, right?
I love it.
Ooh. Did you ever see the devil card in this deck?
I don't think so. Yes. Gosh, I was not getting good vibes from my spread. So tell me about your spread.
So I got Brittany on the left, Sir Elton on the right. And I got another sneaky snacker.
Oh.
I don't think it went as well as he wanted it to. So I think she was very difficult to work with. And, you know, that devil card sometimes talks about substances, you know, not having your head on a swivel. Four of Pentacles, kind of reaching for that brass ring, something, you got to get something better to you. You're not happy with what's going on. You just, you know, trying to get more back to you, and it's just kind of slipping through your fingers. And then the Seven of Pentacles is like looking back and not appreciating what you've done, or not serving your legacy well. So I don't know if this serves her legacy very well. I'm getting like, and I didn't hear the song to be sure. I'm getting the vibes. Remember when she did that show and everyone said she was fat, and she wasn't fat at all, but she didn't dance. She just kind of moved. It was
the award show.
Yeah, and it was like, oh, that was terrible. I'm getting that kind of vibe. Like, this wasn't her at like peak Britney. It was just kind of like maybe B student Britney. So it just wasn't as great as it could have been. I think he expected more.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's kind of honoring the condition that she's in, because he has had his own challenges with being in different conditions. Under the surface, there was definitely some kind of, there was an altruistic hand out, but it was like, hey, I'm going to do this because it's going to do this. Like, there was a little quid pro quo in there.
Oh, yeah. I got that.
Yeah, like she didn't really get that. But now, like, she kind of sees it and she's like, oh, you're just trying to hitch your cart to me. And they're not really celebrating it. So what do you have?
I have something similar to it. I don't have any kindness coming from his part. This looks like almost like she's easy pickings to him because of her state of other shit that's going on in her life. So it's easy pickings to him. And he's like, oh, this will be great. And I think he was thinking this will just be a quick money maker. No problem. We'll just bang it out real quick. They're going to auto tune it, make it beautiful, because he can't sing like shit anymore. Or he sings like shit now. His voice is dead. And, if she's not in the mood, she's not going to do what she does. He said he was helping her and she was scared. I will say I think he was taking advantage of her, but that's just my opinion.
No, it feels a little bit like that on my side too, but I think there was a lot of sugar coating that was going on.
Yeah, I think he had plans. Like, I think totally different, but I think in a way he was hoping that, much like Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett were having that, like a whole album that went together. I think we were hoping that we were going to plan our own type of thing like that. And now he's pissed because fucking sad squirrel's over here mad because the final verdict's out and this shit's just not going to work for him. So,
they don't feel like peanut butter and chocolate. Like, Lady Gaga and Tony Bennett feel like peanut butter and chocolate, but like Elton John and Britney kind of feel like peanut butter and York peppermint patty put together.
Something. I mean, Lady Gaga still feels like chocolate from hell, Satan, but beyond that, yeah, I mean, she could sing, so there's that. And Tony Bennett could still sing. I mean, depends, I guess, on who you talk to, because if you talk to my mother about Tony Bennett, she thought his voice like took a dump at that point. I don't know. I guess I feel the same way about Elton John now. Okay, so I guess, are we done then with Britney and all the sleaze bags around her?
Yes, I think so.
All right. Let us go then.
Let us leave that subject.
You're here with all the jokes today.
I am.
All right. So are we going to, where do you want to go first? The first husband story with the Markle?
Ooh.
You know it, not I. This was news
to
me.
Well, this hasn't been, like, I'm not finding it online, like that Trevor Engelson said XYZ. But apparently he has leaked to people socially in his circle that she, in fact, was married before to a gentleman named Joe. I can't remember his last name. I didn't write it down because I'm an idiot. But he was an attorney, excuse me.
And you need some low budget gold teeth.
I do. I need some gold peaks. Many. So he, the attorney, the marriage was annulled, and apparently his parents did not like her. They were not very fond. They weren't in favor of the wedding at all, and it was a very quick wedding. So that's why, like, oh, it was a starter pack. Like, I mean, actually, Trevor Engelson is her starter marriage, like her LA style starter marriage.
Right.
So that was, I guess, like a practice run through, you know. So I have a feeling they just got married. So, you know, there's always that rumor that she had other children at some point. So,
Right. Now, so you're saying the parents, whose parents? Trevor's parents or the first dude's parents didn't like her?
the first dude's parents, that guy Joe,
Oh, they didn't like
his
her.
parents didn't like her and never approved. So,
So he's leaking out that he was actually the second husband then, technically.
yes, he has apparently corroborated that story. Is that the right word? With
Maybe.
With private individuals who are now leaking that she, and Gilded Age girl, bang on. She 100% looked pregnant in one picture that I saw. 100% looked like she was 4 or 5 months along.
And it wasn't a moon bump.
No, she was like maybe 20.
Okay.
She was young. She was really young.
There was no moon bumps back. Oh, maybe there were moon bumps, but yeah, she wouldn't have needed one anyway. Okay, so what do we want to look at? The first marriage and see what's just general look around the first marriage?
So let's, I was going to say, let's see if Trevor is leaking that information, and then we'll deep dive into that murky pool.
Okay.
Gotta jump out.
What you got?
10 of Wands. He's
Ooh.
sick of the bullshit. Big curses out of me. Joe Giuliano? Well, I have cousins named that.
Oh my gosh, what if your cousin was married to her and you're missing the
My
scoop?
cousin was not married. You know, here's a funny story. So I have a little baby cousin who's like 5 years younger than me. And he's adorable, and he's really fun, and he's really a cool guy. And one of my girlfriends came over one day, and she goes, "Who is the hot guy that I found on one of my dating apps that you're friends with? Tell me all about him." And I looked it up. She shows me the guy, and I go, "Oh my god, that's my baby cousin. You're not dating him." It was so funny. But yes. He actually has a different last name, but my Italian side of the family, there's like 8 Joe Giulianos on that side, but we spell it with a J.
This might not be the only shit he wants to leak.
Yeah, apparently they're saying he's dripping.
Oh, he's dripping. He's dripping. Which one's that?
Knight of Wands, High Priestess, secrets revealed. Oh, in the future, star. Holy moly, the Emperor. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's had enough. It's interesting here. It's almost like I was just sitting here. Sure, go ahead, say it. But now it's a nope. Now the gloves are off. I've had enough. Arr. My. Oh, shit. The underlying energy is the beast. Oh, shit. He must have some good shit.
Oh, wait. Beverly's on it.
What you got? Has is her. Oh.
Hushed Up Married.
Joe Giuliano. Goldman. Man, that's a hard one to say. JGG.
Goldman?
JG Wentworth 867.
Goldman? Go to mall? It's from the Birdcage. Greg and I do it all the time.
Oh, Goldman. Coleman.
I don't know where we are until someone says our name. The vulgar Goldman.
Okay, so Elizabeth said he finally grew a pair by the sounds of it. It looks like it. He's finally had enough. And then Beverly said,
on this. Okay,
Thomas
go ahead.
got photos of the wedding.
Whoa!
That
All right,
would
I'm
be
asking if he purposely sat on this to reveal it at an opportune time.
yes.
So he was glad to see the back of her. Not that way. Not that way.
Oh, because I was just imagining that polo or that greeting party thing that got left out of, and she sashayed back up.
So he was glad to be done with her, and that information he hung on to it because intuitively I'm getting that it was like the right thing to do. Like he was just like, I don't even want to deal with this anymore. But then we get this 8 of Wands energy, which is like, you know what? Like, may as well. He's like piling on. Like, you know how like when you were a kid and like there'd be like a big tackle pile? Like, just piling on. Like, he's just like, why not? Why not? She's a maniac.
I think there might be something else going on behind the scenes that's kind of pushing him with this, where I'm wondering if there has not been some reporter, journalist, something or other who's out there and wanting to basically say, I'll write your story or you can write your own story, but the story's going to get out there, kind of like forcing his hand. And so it's kind of like he's pushing it out now.
He's got to push. He's doing this on his own. He's not partnering with that journalist.
Right. He's not partnering, but it was like a push by some other outside force of like, either you tell it or I tell it. And so I think he's like, well, I'll start telling it then.
He is 100% taking his power back, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's had enough of this shit.
I think when she said he was a slob was really the defining moment. She said he was a slob and like he'd always have like food on his shirt or like his shirt was buttoned wrong. Like she's
one to talk. She wears like shirts that are like buttoned down to her navel. They look like shit. I mean, I'm not a fan of a lot of her fashion. Whatever that shirt was that I saw for the Spotify, where she's like, it's just me, or yeah, it's just me, or whatever the fuck she said. And she's wearing that horrible shirt. Yeah. And I'm just like, girl, you need a stylist. I don't know what's wrong. But I never heard her call him a slob. He didn't look like a slob to me. Not that I've seen
exactly. Like, that's not really cool.
No. I would strike back. I'd just start dripping pictures. I'd go to some blind gossip place and drop them. I'd drop him with a sugar blind gossip place or a gossip place that was like, that really loved her. Here's your gold mine. Will you turn now?
Look at all these people watching. We got 72 people at our party. Thanks, everybody, for being here.
Thank you. Please hope you stick around or you just check in and then you come back later and watch. Whatever. If you got to eat dinner, we know. So... Gilded Girl saying she probably has a stylist but insists on doing things her own way. Well, you're probably right. I also hope that she like looks in the mirror and she says like, I've made some bad fashion choices. Remember when that time I put on the Army Depot's tarp and cradled my baby as an inexperienced person at that match? It looked horrid.
I really liked that dress.
You liked the Army tarp?
I did. And I looked it up. It was like a $700, $800 dress.
Good Lord. I wouldn't even spend I don't know.
Well, I found a cream colored knockoff on Amazon and it's totally sold out now. Like you can't get it. But it's got buttons down the back. So I'm like Miss Mary Mac.
And Gregopedia is over here on the side. So glad she didn't get that tarp dress.
So I actually thought she had very good fashion sense. She had great fashion sense at one point. Like when she first went to when they first got married and they were engaged, like I thought she was doing really good. And I think that's when Jessica Mulroney was her stylist, even though she said she was not her stylist. But I think that's what was. Oh my God! Everyone thinks that dress was awful. Do I have bad taste?
I don't know. You look okay tonight, but perhaps stay away from the tarp dresses because that's not good fashion. That is horrid.
Oh wait, Beverly noticed.
Oh, she did. She noticed
Thank
you're
you.
smoking hot makeup. Look at Anna.
I got a little crazy with an elf palette.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going where next? Are we still stuck on the first husband, or do we want to move on to? Oh, do you want to move on to the Reddit gossip?
Yes. What was your Reddit gossip?
All right, so the Reddit gossip. I read it on the Reddit. #elderly. Okay, so I'm going to read you what the post said. This was like 2 hours ago when I found it. I don't know if it's cold news, old news, whatever. We're just going with it. The person said they're anonymous. I work in LA, have some links with Sunshine Stacks, among other PR agencies, streaming services, studios, and so on. What has been hush-hush lately is that there was a huge blow-up at the Olive Garden wannabe home, but that the husband was kicked out by the wife. They're said to be divorcing and separated for a long time. She definitely has a new love interest. It's why she's been in LA so much. The info about her running off to LA to the Beverly Hills Hotel, among others, was not supposed to leak. Sunshine Sex tried to make it out that she's in LA for Spotify. That was why she was in the hotels. But my Spotify contacts have said that didn't happen and that basically had to force her to record it all at Spotify's LA office. And due to the separation, she refused to do it with Harry. She wants it all for herself. The claims of mental issues stopping them is somewhat true, but it's down to the divorce as it's become bitter and figure out that other word. She will publicly fight for sole custody, but doesn't actually want it. My contact at Sunshine Ballsacks has had some interactions with her and says she is cold, uncaring, disinterested in when the kids are asked about. She moved back into the Montecito home for this reason lately. Her PR narrative is quietly saying that she has been left to be a single mother raising 2 kids while her husband is away gallivanting, that she's struggling with it all, that her mother is so worried. So she moved in with her. Sunshine Sachs does not work for Harry. They work for her and only interested in her. Also, last bit, her new squeeze is well connected, wealthy, white, and easy as they come. So that was the Reddit gossip.
Okay. I have Meghan here, Harry here.
Okay, what do we have?
She's definitely out. She's out of the relationship. She does not want to be a part of the relationship anymore. It became too much, too bad. Look, I got really good at the Alycia wiggle. I had to get the right cloth here, the right mud cloth.
Oh yeah, so the South Africans are going to come for you.
So it became too much to bear. Now she is fighting with everyone about this. She does not have a lot of allies. She's got an idea in her head. She's got numbers in her head. Like she's like, if you ever saw the movie Friday, the Ice Cube movie, Ice Cube movie. Well, I want 150,000 when the guy fell in the convenience store. She's got numbers in her head, and she's like, "This is what I want." And I'm not. Oh my God! And Sally just said Serena Williams' husband owns Reddit. I forgot about that. Damn!
That would be interesting.
So, when did that come out? Did you see it just today?
Yeah, I just saw it was in one of the Markle forums. Let me see if I can find it. What? Continue
Ole,
while I look.
ole.
Oh, it's in the Meghan Markle Reddit forum, and that came out. Let me see if I refresh it. How many hours ago? Oh God, now it's hidden. Anyway, it was today from the St. Meghan Markle forum, which
So
doesn't mean they like them.
she is trying to preserve, she knows the money is just slipping through her fingers, and she's trying to preserve her lifestyle as it was when they were back in England. So she's like, this is how I'm accustomed to being kept, so you're going to have to meet that demand. And that's where she's coming up with these numbers for the settlement. Now he is lawyered up, he's got lawyers, and he's loving life. He's really happy. And I was going to pull some more cards because I think that he's at the house. I don't think she's at the house.
Well, now that was an interesting thing, right? Because he forgot his polo shit. Like he flew from Africa to go play polo with his friend Nacho, and then they said, "Oh, they forgot his equipment or something." So that's why people were thinking, "Oh, he wasn't at the house. He just so." They had to send somebody up to go get his equipment from the Olive Garden knockoff or whatever we're calling the Montecito.
I don't think he's at the house either. So we got the world card. I think he's like, "I'm not staying here. I'm going, Meghan. I'm going for reals. Full reals. Really good vibe." And she's at the house. So I'm taking that back. She's at the house, but she's freaking out. There's a lot of freak out going on there. She's like in an absolute panic.
But he's very happy to be God.
Yeah, right. Oh, you got the Four of Wands too.
But I'm asking in this one, I'm asking how's he feeling about being over there with Nacho playing with their sticks or whatever they do in polo. And he's very, very happy. I think Nacho is in on it. And Nacho's becoming a supportive role there to help Harry mend his broken roasted chicken heart. And it feels like here they are. They're just, and I run to you. Oh, Nacho. Oh, Harry. Oh, I love you. You're my BFF. And I think they're quite happy there. So, what was that?
He can't quit him.
No, they can't
It's a
quit each
Brokeback
other.
Mountain reference.
Yes,
I know you're not good with the movie references.
I got Brokeback Mountain because I remember my mom took my dad to see it, and she told him it was going to just be a Western. He had no idea what he was in for. So,
wow. That's wow.
Oh God, that was a fun memory. Okay, so he's happy. He's hanging out with Nacho. So then I don't think he's at that house, right? That's what you said.
I'm gonna do a reading on the house right now. Here, I'm gonna use the Housewives Tarot and see. Is anybody living at that? Are they either of them living at that house?
Yeah, I mean,
I think she's at the Beverly Hills Hotel.
well, you're right. Now it says because she was down in LA and they wanted her to do the work down in LA, and then it says, what was that? She's Spotify's LA office because he was in the first. Okay, I'm going to ask, why was he in the first episode for sure? Because
wait, I'm going to stop you.
What? Okay.
I'm like, wait. oh, Mr. Content. She says on the podcast about when she's talking about the nanny, about she's been with us since we got to Canada. There was some kind of illusion that she made that they were in Canada when it was recorded. So the podcast the interview with Serena may have been recorded when they were in Canada still. So it just may have taken this long to get the production up and running. And maybe that's why Reddit is now leaking all this interesting information, because they're using the Serena footage. Did you see that tangled web that I just wove?
I see that. I mean, because that was like 2 years ago?
It was like 150 years ago.
Because he said, like, your hair is a vibe. What?
Yeah.
Your hair is a
I'm gonna have
vibe.
to. We need like the body language guy to like go back and like do all the research. Like I saw in one of his videos the other day, he's like looking at like shadows and stuff, and like then looks up the temperature. Like he's crazy. I love him.
Well, that's
So
the thing, because now I'm like, if her hair's a vibe, does she have some like different hairstyle right now? That's what I would assume, that it's kind of different than last we saw her.
Look at all these swords.
And this is asking about the house, right?
This is asking about the house. So King of Swords in reverse, Queen of Swords upright. So the logistics of owning that house are a big no. Like they can't afford it. I don't think they can afford the lease or the payments or whatever is going on there. They should have gotten a student loan for it. So, but they're trying to formulate the storyline so that they can get out of it. So that the situation is done, they can get out of it. And part of that PR is going to be how much they love that house. I don't think they're going to let anybody know that they're splitting up until they flip that house, until they flip that bitch. Because
well, remember, that was like a while ago when they threw out that story about, this house is just not for us. We need to go find a new one. And then that story died. And we never heard any more about their looking. Well, except then we heard Harry had a place in San Francisco, and then God only knows where she was hanging out.
Yeah, they're just trying to get out of there and save as much money as possible. But they're trying to, like, that whole story that they floated about the house not being, really their cup of tea, I think was the phrase. The house wasn't their. Have you seen that house? That house is phenomenal. I know it's like big and gray, but it's an amazing home, and it was built by like a computer engineer who like engineered it to like match the like the sun setting and rising, and like everything's automated in it. Like for them to say it wasn't their cup of tea is really pretty insulting. So
well, God, man, there's some shady shit with this Serena episode.
Oh, what do you got?
I think you're right. I think this was like recorded like a long time ago. Like, I don't think this is the current state of their relationship. Like, this feels like this was something from a long time ago. We made an offer. Hey, do you want to come back and re-record it? No way. I don't want to re-record this shit. And so we're just going with it. So I think you're right. Like, this is, I don't know if this was like a run through, like a practice podcast episode or something, but yeah, this is like, we got it, we have it down and we can use it because she agreed to it way back when. But this feels like, you said, this is an older episode, but we're trying to portray it like this was just done recently. No way.
There was a bunch of she had like another like there was a professor that fired off in there too. So somebody just posted, Serendipity is the new lover Serena's husband. I'm gonna take a look at Serena and her husband, how the state of affairs are with them. And I'm gonna be honest, I really like Serena Williams. Like I
she seems like a bad sport.
Oh, she seems like a bad sport. Well, that was part of it. They were talking about how like John McEnroe can like throw a fit on the tennis court, but she can't. She can't be passionate. Like it was the theme of the podcast was ambition.
People with more money than I'll ever have. That was the thing.
Yes, it was people who have more money than we'll ever have. No, it was about female ambition and how it's a bad thing, how it's like become a bad thing.
Right. So, but I think that's the whole thing. It's like dumb to me, right? So if we're talking about ambition and John McEnroe acts like an ass on the court, and everybody at the time knew he was acting like a spoiled brat ass on the court. If she's also acting like a spoiled brat ass on the court, that has nothing to do with ambition. It's called like it's unsportsmanlike, so or sportswomanlike or whatever the heck we have to call it now.
Sports
But
person.
sports person. Fuck. Pretty soon it's going to be like sports person stacking bones and flesh person. So that doesn't even have anything to do with ambition. So she literally needs somebody to tell her like what English means. I swear, English is like stumbling blocks for Serena, and I half the time can't even speak English. But what do you have there?
So this is for Serena and her husband, the state of affairs. Now keep in mind, Serena just announced that she's retiring. So this is going to be like a new chapter, a new volume in the encyclopedia of their marriage. There's still a great deal of love and romance there. That's not gone. The stress of her job was affecting the state of things, though. So they're really looking to create a new platform. I get the sense that she wants to do like a Bella Caroli thing, like she wants to have like a like a training camp, like some kind of like branded training tennis camp. And right now he's like, maybe we should just kind of ease into not doing anything and take a little bit of time. He's like trying to stop that. And one of the things he's doing is he's like, I don't want to invest any money in that right now. He's talking about the economy. He's saying that, do the retirement, take some time off. Let's let the economy recover, and then we'll revisit this. He likes the idea. He thinks it's a good idea, but he wants to wait until the economy does something better than what it's doing, flopping like a dead fish on the floor. So,
yeah, let the economy just like try and come back. Let it get some air first here. I
don't think that marriage is in trouble, though.
No, but I think her friendship with Meghan is. I don't think that's as steady as they say.
I'm going there next.
And then Beverly is saying, reports continue to Meghan regularly books a conference room at this 5-star Beverly Hills hotel, the Pink Palace, to conduct her work. Do you hear that's where MM is currently living? Maybe. Let's see.
So this is their relationship, Meghan and Serena's, and it doesn't look like it's bad. It looks like Serena needs to step out of that relationship. You ever have one of those girlfriends that's like really overbearing and like takes a lot of energy and a lot of work?
No.
It's like
I don't have friends like that.
I might be that girlfriend. I might be that one, Alycia.
No, you're not that one. I'm just saying I don't have any of those bitches because they would just annoy me and I'd ghost them. So please continue.
So I think that's what Serena does. Periodically, she kind of shuts down and says, "Oh, we're really busy," and like goes from phone calls to text messages. I do think that they're friends, but I don't think that Serena has a super lot of respect for Meghan after all the hullabaloo.
Look, she didn't invite Em to her mommy party. See, I'm going. They're not friends.
Yeah,
you can say they're friends, and this is like our dispute over the Queen.
Well, here's the thing. I'm not saying that they're not enemies, is what I'm saying. I don't think that they're enemies.
Oh, I don't think Serena's got enough time to waste to be her enemy. It's probably like, I'm going to be an enemy with like, it's not worth it. I'm looking in to see if Meghan's living in a hotel.
She's going to be living in a van down by the river pretty soon.
Maybe, maybe not, depending on how much money Sausage Fingers doles out to her. Oh, she's looking, though she is living in a van down by the river right now. I will say, because it looks like, allegedly, for entertainment purposes, that she is living in a van down by a river in terms of what's going on with the bank accounts. She perhaps has called in a favor of a Soho variety hotelier person who maybe has made that connection for her to go in there. However, like I see her doing this like it's a temporary favor to allow her to have access to this place to do her work. But the thing that's interesting that I get from this is that she has to pack up her shit like every couple of days and move to a different room. Like she's not allowed to stay in the same room. So she's like allowed to stay there, but she has to pack up and move shit around the hotel like a vagabond. And she keeps like she's telling them all sorts of stories like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. You're helping me, you know, because I'm a single mom. So I think that story is coming true. She's given the total sob story bullshit. She's just giving it to him. So whoever is letting her stay in this fancy pants place, they are. Wow.
It's like the hotel manager. I got him.
Okay.
And like, there's this promise of, you know, confidentiality. There's I'm totally in here right now. There's this promise of confidentiality. She keeps telling him like she's running a tab there. There's a tab. And she's like, you know, once everything settles down, I'll be able to take care of this with you.
Do you like your BJs in a car or do you like them in a room?
She's not hooking up there, though. She's
not
like,
yet. She has to repay him later. She has to make sure.
Well, this is all like a big show of her working. Like she like comes in like boom, 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 boom with her briefcase and like she's like marching in clack, 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 clack across the front hall.
I'm Reagan Zane.
Oh, what deck is that?
What?
The
this
blue
one?
deck. Yeah, which one?
Oh, I got that on Make Playing Cards. It's just a Rider-Waite deck, but it's like cute colors. There's like lavender.
Oh.
It's super cute, and there's teal. Like I just look at the El Diablo. So,
is he purple?
he's
Look at that purple
kinda,
sky.
Yeah, he's kind of. So it's just a different. It's on MakePlayingCards.com. It's just I don't know. I like the color story on it. Same imagery. I like the imagery, but I like the different colors. Thank you.
We're getting hot talking about Meghan Markle.
Good thing you're not wearing that. I'm glad you're not wearing that tarp dress. Could be horrible. Thank you, Beverly. I love Beverly calls me sis. It reminds me that's what my dad used to call me. I think it's a Texas thing, so I love it. Oh, are the baby dolls in the hotel with her? Maybe they're in a housing unit. They're not in the hotel.
That was, wow, so offensive. Like, I can't believe she would call that house a housing unit.
Dude, what can you imagine what she'd call the castles? Like, oh, those are just cardboard shacks.
Pile of rocks. Are we staying at the pile of rocks in London?
Yeah, we're staying at the pile of rocks. It's so drafty there. Piece of shit faces. I think the children might be sequestered somewhere. Maybe they're with Grandmama Doria.
Good Lord.
So I don't think they're in click-clacking in the hotel. They're somewhere else.
Nudity. Sorry.
Oh, was it a dong?
Wait. Yes, there's a.
Oh, there is a dong?
If you get offended by nudity, everyone look away.
Oh my. Yeah, I'm not seeing the niños and the niñas or the actors that play them or whatever. I'm not seeing them there. I think there's an issue. I don't know what it is. I don't want to dig into it right now, but there's an issue with she's holding the niño and the niñas off somewhere else because We don't want pictures getting out that by the paparazzi or whoever, or by a random person. There's something here we're trying to hide about one or both of the niños and the niñas. And so I think there's grandmama and a couple of nannies tending to the offspring there. And at the same time, I do think she's meeting up with some person over here at the hotel for drinks in the hotel bar. That's what I have. What do you got?
So I got another sneaky snacker.
Oh.
So there's our sneaky snacker. Remember, it was like the minstrels that stole weapons.
Oh, here I thought they were like, you know, those people on the Vegas Strip and they dress up in the like silver tin man outfits and they're like mine.
Pretty much. That's
okay.
That's who they are. So, you know, I have so much trouble when I read on these kids. I just don't get any, like, it's really awful. I just don't get any valuable information. But something is going to be revealed as a result of this. Because she is at the hotel and because Harry is not at the house and Harry is somewhere else, there's going to be some kind of revelation. If you're here and you're here, there's no, like, there's no tracking these kids. Like they're in the wind. I don't know. But Jenny just said somebody got fired on Friday. Who got fired?
Yeah, I don't know. How do you get fired on your day off Friday? I don't know who got fired.
Did somebody get fired?
I don't know, but I'm more. Wait, we need to see this. The Celtic Rune Singer said, "Love the strong man in that bikini brief." It looked kind of like Santa. Was that Santa?
Yes.
Oh my!
This is the deck where the fool looks like Joe Biden.
Oh yes. Oh God, I was doing a reading today. It'll be on the channel next week as someone requested a reading, checking in on Kelly Preston, and I got the Nine of Cups with the John Travolta guy on it.
Oh,
I was
Kelly
like,
Preston. I still can't believe she passed away. That's terrible.
It's horrible. It was 2 years ago. I think we're in 2022. Okay, make sure time flies weird. But yeah. Okay, so we know that.
Oh, Sneaky Friday!
Thank you,
Super chat! Super chat! Ding, 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 ding.
Thank you. Sneaky Freaky Friday. Where is John? Damn you, John.
Who,
So
John?
sneaky. Oh, I wanted to find John Travolta in the deck again. You know me. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
Come on, camera. There we go.
He has more hair there.
He has a hat on, too. He wants to make it a full welcome back Cotter to the extreme. Okay, so... okay, so we checked in on the Reddit gossip. We checked... Oh, the new man. We haven't checked in for sure on, like... I mean, she might be hanging out with the hotel staff, but the new man. Oh, are we putting our wands up?
I'm getting my wand out for this one.
All right. God, ugh. There's a lot of
getting a bad taste in your mouth?
Literally, there's a lot of boinking going on. Ugh. Ugh. It was kind of like a remote viewing vomitus. Ugh.
This is not going to stay quiet.
Interesting. I don't know if it's going to stay quiet or not, but there's a lot of boinking going on here. Oh my. There's a lot of boinking going on. Oh, I'm not even going to say what's in my mind, but there's ugh. I don't think this is Elon, and I don't think this is Marcus.
I don't think it's either of them either. He's like what he's older. You know who he looks like, and like anybody that's watching Stranger Things, he looks like Matthew Modine in that. Like he's got that kind of white hair, like a heavy head of whiter hair, but it's like he's got a lot of it. It's not like he's like
Matthew
bald.
Modine?
Yeah. So, and
that's not who I pictured at all, unless he's got some other things going on with his hair right now.
So I don't think it's Matthew Modine himself.
Oh, okay.
The guy, no, but like, I'm seeing that kind of hair. What kind of hair are you seeing?
I'm seeing something like similar. I also want to say it's kind of like, God, is that Gil Garcetti hair? Can you imagine? That's what we need. We need like a police sketch artist person who can sketch who we're seeing. That would be amazing. Yeah, they could be like, okay, what does it look like? They have Gil Garcetti hair. No, it's not Gil Garcetti. Well, no, it's an old mayor of LA. In the past, Gil Garcetti's hairline's like back as far as his ass, so that's not him. I'll figure out the guy. You continue.
Well, I'm looking at what Gil Garcetti looks like. No, that's kind of like the hair that I'm seeing. I'm seeing this hair.
Okay, but
not the stupid scarf though.
But see, then I pulled up Eric Garcetti, so that's his son, right? And it's kind of like a cross between Eric Garcetti, Gil Garcetti. Like I see salt and pepper hair. It's not full on gray. It's not full on black. It's like salt and pepper hair, and I think there's a pencil dick. That's what I'm adding to this.
But tall and thin. He's very thin,
and he's got a pencil dick.
I'm not seeing his penis.
Unfortunately, I did. I don't want to see it anymore. I saw it.
So, Serendipity said, Bill Gates, Gavin, he's taller and more attractive than Bill Gates. Like he's got more sex appeal than Bill Gates. And I don't think it's Gavin. I don't think it's Gavin.
It is a slimy, like imagine Gavin and Kimberly Guilfoyle Newsom way back in the day on that bearskin rug or whatever they were on in the thing. It's that kind of freaky deaky energy of like, oh my God, I've waited all day to see you. And tear off all their
therapy
clothes.
For that bearskin picture.
I do. It's seared into my brain, among other things, like Nancy Pelosi looking like Weekend at Bernie's. There's all sorts of things in my brain I cannot bleach out. But yeah, I'm just seeing this as like a freaky deaky relationship. It almost looks like we are making plans about this, and it might be like he's the support that got me through the divorce or some shit like that.
There's so much sob story that she's telling him.
Yeah, but I think she's already like collecting information or blackmail or something on him to keep him just in case. Like, you're not going to run away too quick.
I think it's a lawyer.
Could be.
I think it's a lawyer. I think, that whole Gil Garcetti thing.
Oh, maybe that's why that popped up.
Yeah, Jude said, is he wealthy? I think he's not
decent.
Beverly, this is why I miss you so much.
Bill Gates is so hot.
So, David Foster. Yeah, I'm not getting the sense that this guy's got David Foster level money. I think he's. Are the Fosters in LA or are they in? They are in LA.
God, who knows? That's his surrogate daddy. Can you imagine? Oh, I'm doing surrogate daddy, Harry, to get back at you. Eh.
We're gonna find out about this. This is gonna we're gonna see this, and it's not through tabloids. It's gonna be through the Crown. The Crown is gonna reveal this information. That whoever they have following them is going to reveal this information. This is gonna leak. We're gonna hear about it.
Oh, you mean the mole that's been with them?
I don't think it's so much the mole as the surveillance that they have going on, because there's some surveillance going on there.
Oh, you mean...
Francois said Sylvester Stallone. Yeep.
So that would be interesting, because then that would say they will use that as leverage against her, right? Maybe not. Maybe she doesn't care. Maybe she's just like, she'll just make up some story about Harry, about, you know, he wasn't there emotionally for her. She had to run to someone. So let me paint your little relative in the worst possible way. Could be that.
So let me do this. I'll do a little storytelling on the fairy tale of this relationship for entertainment purposes only.
Allegedly.
All right. We have poor, broke young lady. Doesn't know what to do. Doesn't know where to go. Needs counsel. She did all she could in the marriage. She tried as hard. This is back to my theory that she was going to say, like, she was taking notes during the Amber Heard trial and was pissed off that her storyline got stolen. She did all that she could. It was, when it was great, it was great. When it was bad, it was really bad. Like, she's going to talk about his mental whop, whop. And now I need to get out, and I'm just done. And I have to start anew, but I can't until the until the divorce is done. And I just need to end this so that I can move on with my life. Again, this is another one. I wanted nothing. I'm a career woman. I can do this on my own.
To be clear.
This is the story she's telling him. So he says, let's bring in the, everybody at the law firm. Let's get a team together. And her response is, I don't want to do that just yet because they are watching. So, Kelt, there's your guy in the bikini. She's like, we need to go slow so that we can, set the stage. And at this point, she's like, I don't want to damage the family any more than needed, because he's got a lot of problems, and I just want to walk away with what's reasonable. But she's actually the one that's going to hold it up with all of this. Like, she's a lawyer. Oh, by the way, with the ex-husband, apparently she grifted his vocation and had on her, like, MySpace that she was a lawyer.
Wait, who was a lawyer?
Megzy had posted that on an old social media site, apparently. So she's trying to preserve everything for herself, move forward with her own legacy. She needs him to help her set the wheel of fortune back in her way. And she knows that he's really creative. She knows that he'll be able to go back in time and present her needs based on her time in England, in London, with the royal family. But it's not going to work.
Okay. Well, now Marnie posted something. One view of Harry's book is that it's the story of all his addictions and it's on hold again. Is this evidence that she'll use?
Huh. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to ask if the book is about his addictions.
Okay, I'm going to ask if she's going to use it. I don't think she has to use the book. I think she's got plenty of other shit. Like she has the salacious shit. Like she has the real McCoy. Like she has the original pair of drawers from Vegas. Like she's got the shit. She doesn't need the book. She's like has the front row seat for all of the juicy gossip that's going to get used to her advantage for a divorce, allegedly, for entertainment purposes.
The juicy goss.
The juicy goss.
So the book is going to be about his recovery. It's going to talk about the mental issues. It's going to talk about substance issues. Now, I asked if he's going to change this storyline. Is that why our date is delayed? And it looks like yes. So the story has not played out with this particular female, with this really cold and nasty female. There's more to happen here. So we've got a few more chapters with her, and the battle has to be fought. He's lawyered up with a female, so I wouldn't be surprised if he got Laura Wasser.
Who did I just see she was representing, and I couldn't believe it? She's representing someone. I was just like, I couldn't believe it. Anyway, Celtic Runesinger said, so how is Harry's side of the divorce proceedings going to go? I need to look up this Laura Wasser thing, because can you imagine if he got Camille? That would be that would be 10 times better than the Heard trial.
Beverly said we sound like Lord Famous Fortunes, the juicy goss. I was channeling him.
I know. I always like saying the juicy goss like he does. The juicy goss. Oh, I can't talk like him. I have a dumb American accent. He's got a cool accent.
So I'm going to pull two cards. Laura Wasser, Camille Vasquez. Who did Harry get? Was it one of them?
Yeah, I don't know what I saw.
Camille.
Oh.
Was it Laura Wasser?
No.
I think he's got Camille Vasquez on speed dial.
Shit, who wouldn't? He's like, she looks so nice, Granny.
So
She's
Camille,
really a shark.
are you gonna hug me like you hugged Johnny in the courtroom?
I can make drawings too.
I'm a real prince. Real prince.
No.
Reach out and pinch me. I'm a real prince.
God, I wouldn't want to touch that. Oh, this I think is totally going to happen. I'm with you, Tracy. I am of the opinion that this whole podcast is she wants to drop bombs on the royals, but I think she's like setting the stage to get to the divorce pop out. That's what I think it is. Almost like say she was on 90 Day Fiance and they came to the end of the show and she got married, but then at the tell-all they had to reveal they were having troubles in their marriage so they could get another, show to be on or something. That's what I feel like.
So I pulled, like Celtic asked, how is his side of the divorce going to go? It will be a bit of a pageant, but he will present very well. So I'm not going to be surprised if Camille Vasquez shows up. I'm really not. But he's not going to come out great at the end of it all in terms of stability. I think she is going to take him to the cleaners a little bit. I've always said that there's a plan B, that the royal family was going to let him bankrupt and then get divorced and then he can come back. So it looks like, that's kind of what's going to happen. I'm not getting a sense of any of the kids or dogs. They just adopted a new dog, a senior
I know,
beagle.
I saw that and I was like, fuck, didn't one of their dogs get injured or her dogs get injured before? And I was like, you bastards. Okay, so my idea, the cards say no. When I was asking about like, is the whole like plot of the podcast to build up her storyline? In a way, yes, but it's not about dropping bombs for helping in the divorce as much as it is to solidify some. I don't know why she thinks this is going to solidify her reputation as a caring mother and a wonderful person. And like, I think she's just laying that foundation so she looks respectable. That's the best way I'm going to say it. So she looks like the respectable person. But the podcast, like the little things she's going to drop are not. She's holding on to other shit that she wants to drop, but that it doesn't feel like it's podcast time. Maybe that's Oprah interview number 2 with someone not named Oprah. Could be. God, who else could interview her? God, that'd be funny as hell if Piers Morgan interviewed her.
Dude. Piers Morgan should interview Harry when all this is done. So I keep saying that Harry should write a book about his recovery from
her
whole Meghan situation. So I'm totally not in the comments at all. I'm like all the way up here.
Wow. Okay. Well, so everybody's like, yes, we hope it's like Camille. Laura represented Britney Spears and Johnny Depp. Tracy's asked, has she paid to get her podcast to #1 in order to say to H that he's holding her back and proves she can and will do better without him? Oh God, I hope she didn't hold her breath on that one. But that could be, this might be like she's trying to say, look how good I am. I can't even imagine, he's such a dunderhead. I don't think he would even go back and double check numbers. Did they even have any project together? Like, I think the archetypes or whatever is supposed to be was supposed to be both of them. And now it's just her essentially, with him popping in, saying hi. Invictus
wasn't juggling.
Oh, yeah. But then the Invictus games, she'll be there if that ever airs. Who's going to watch that? Certainly not me. Can't imagine. Oh, my God.
I think in Great Britain, it's kind of a big deal. It's kind of a big deal. It's like Ron Burgundy.
It might be a big deal. I mean, Wounded Warriors is kind of a big deal here. Or maybe, I don't know. Is it? I pay attention to some things. I mean, I used to like the charity until they had all those scandals. But the fact that they're a part of it, and it's so like disingenuous now. It's like they feel like they're using people like they do.
Tracy said Candace Owens should interview Harry.
God, can you imagine that? I think that would go more scorched earth than Piers. I think, yes, I think she is doing to prove. I didn't ask about her getting it to #1 because whatever. I don't even know that that's legit. I think that's probably going to diminish fairly quickly. But she is like, here she is. I'm the poor lady out on the street and I'm starting on my new journey. And I'm going to show you that I can do this all on my own and be a success. I'm going to pull it out of my ass, to be clear. You're going to see me. I'm going to make it work with my 28 people on my staff of my producer thing. And we're going to make money and we're going to get endorsements. And I'm going to be the star of the show. And your ass is grass. Yes. So if she's doing it, to like prove to him that she still has some ability to make money. Maybe he challenged her. Maybe he said, you can't make jack shit without me because I made you. Who knows what these loons talk about? Um,
Yeah, I'm looking at the comments too.
yeah, Marnie's like, what's going to happen in a September trip to UK with them
So wait, remind me again. What are they coming back for? Like,
to
what are they
tend
going
to
back?
a couple of charities? There's a couple of charities they're coming back to tend to or something. I don't know. It's probably desperation for Netflix.
Oh, it's like the one youth world or something like that, and then they're going to Invictus, and then they come back for another one.
Something. And then the rumor going around is they're paying for seat fillers. So she's going to go, or I don't know who's going to give a speech. And Tracy was saying, well, child, I think.
Yeah.
But so they're paying for seat fillers so we don't have UN speech part 2.
Oh my God. It's so much work to be her.
It is. I mean, but then as soon as I heard the seat filler thing, I was like, dude, that's totally brilliant. I remember the one time I was a seat filler and it was I think it was an award show, and Duran Duran was performing. That was Red Carpet Massacre times. And then also, what's her name? I saw her sing. She's not very good live. Oh, Mary J. Blige. That was the one. Not very good live. But that was my job as a seat filler, and it was rather stressful because then it's like tap tap, you're out, get out of here. Let's let the famous person sit there. So, just saying. Anyway,
So whose seat did you fill? Do you know?
no idea. I was like, I'm one of those people. I realized I cannot do seat filler as a job, even though it's not a real job. But it's too much. Like I don't know. Like, oh my god, I have to move, and then I have to go over here. It's too much stress, pressure. Don't like it. I like to plop my ass down somewhere and be there.
Okay, so Beverly said Neil Sean said that they're coming back to deal with legal stuff that can't be dealt with via digital channels. So I'm going to grab onto that. Do you want to see how the trip is going to go?
Sure.
Or how?
Yeah, let's see how it's going to, with them staying at the, will the ghost actively haunt them? Can you imagine Wallace and, yeah, she's like, I wore it better, Meghan, and shakes her chains at her. Oh, God, that would be the best. Looks like we're still going to pretend looks like the claw's coming out. She's going to still be grabbing onto his hand. I think we're still pretending to do that while we're over there. But we're not together. We're not staying at it looks like he might be staying in the Frogmore. I don't think she's staying. She's staying somewhere else wherever fancy people stay. That's where she's staying. She's not going over to that, bunk ass hoopty called Frogmore Cottage. She's not going there. And it looks like he's going to go there to see if he can go talk to, hey, Gran, here I am. I brought you a biscuit. Oh, you're not home? Okay, well, tell Granny I left it here for her. I think he's going to try and get some royal chit chat in. And he's working on it, but it's still this facade bullshit. So I don't see like anything dramatic. It's just going to be a show, a bunch of bullshit show. What you got?
So I think that it is legal matters dealing with money. There's a huge team on the London side of legal advisors that have been working on this for a long time, and they have a presentation. Now, those two knuckleheads are coming in and they're still pitching like it's almost like the trip is an audition. Like, look, we're still doing the work. You may as well include us in everything here because we're still doing the work on our own dime. So why can't you just include us? So they're going to be pat on the back for that. Like, oh, well done. And they're also going to be given I keep hearing stipend. They're going to give them some money, but it's not going to be very much. And it's going to be to help them with the charities. And all this is the legal stuff that's going on. Like they're saying, okay, well, we're going to give you a little bit of this. We found this money, this vein of money that we can support your charity work, but it's going to be directly to the charity work. It's not going to be wired to your Bank of America bank account. It's going to be tied up in the charity. Now, they're going to pitch some ideas for charity work while they're there, and they're going to be shot down 100%. They're going to say, like, no, if you want to keep doing the well child or whatever, Invictus, we'll help you with the funding for that. But we're not going to, fund ballpoint pens for young Asian babies that come to the United States. Like, they're going to come up with some bizarro, like, they're going to have a whole list. Meghan has a whole list of charities that she really wants to influence. Now,
ice machines for the Eskimos, please.
On her, they all know, and everyone's going to be pretending in the room that this is a happy marriage. I think there's going to be some kind of revelation for her while she's here. I think Harry's going to tell her, I think we should split up, like, permanently, and let's work that deal out while we're here. And she's going to go absolutely, positively apeshit in London with no support. So she's going to feel like she got ambushed, and she's going to have a lot of words to say to him. She's going to say, like, you set me up, you brought me here with a different intent. I thought we were going to try and work on our legacy and on our charitable things. I thought we were still going to continue to work together, even though we're not getting along. You set me up. Like, this is a whole, like, you set me up thing. You set me up. She's going to be furious at him.
I want to ask if the Netflix cameras are going to catch that shit. I'd watch that.
I'd watch that too.
Oh my God. Can you imagine? It's kind of like when the housewives go into a restroom and they still have their mic on and the camera crew is still recording them, and they just film the bathroom door. Like,
now, just disclaimer, we're reading tarot here. Things can change, like butterfly effect. But that's kind of what I'm getting. I think he's got a contingency plan that if she behaves a certain way there, like, he's got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I don't think they're getting along at all. But they have this commitment, so they're going to go and they're going to pretend to try and get some funding. But I think if she puts a toe out of line, it's going to go in a very different direction. What do you have?
Yeah, I'm looking to see if Netflix is going to, like, film any drama shit. It's kind of like, I don't think we're going to film the actual drama, or if we get the drama, we can't use the drama, but it feels like we might get like I don't know if it'll ever get aired, but there might be a talking head after the blow up of, like, so what just happened there, Meghan? And then there's some kind of, like, confessional, whatever you want to call it, talking head thing. There feels like that might be there, and that might be used for a future, like, spin-off maybe for her. But I don't think we're going to get to see the explosion, because that's not going to paint her in the best light. But she might be willing to do a deal for confessionals to start, life after Harry or whatever.
Oh, that's a good name for her series.
Yeah.
Post-royal.
Oh, post-royal.
Post-royal.
Whatever it is. Man, it's 2 hours already. Are you zip-zapped?
I'm like,
Yeah, I'm zip zap too. Man, you guys, time fly tonight, didn't it? Yay! Hope you guys enjoyed your time here with us. Good.
we still have 76 people.
I know. I think this is our best night ever. Thank you, everyone. You guys are the bestest.
Every show is our best night ever.
Oh, I know. We're always like epic every night. I mean, I can't wait to see who this boy or this man, it's not a boy, it's
Boy
a
man?
man. The man
He's a
that she's
cool
dating,
man.
the man in her life, the Gil Garcetti wannabe guy. I cannot wait to see who that is.
So what can we call him? Gil, what did I say? Modine? Gil Modine? We'll call him Gil Modine.
Yeah, Gil Modine. Yes, Gil Modine, and because we couldn't have the KFC when we were talking about those lettered agencies anymore. Oh, that's what I was trying to figure out today. I was talking to my husband, and I was like, "How many spices are in the special KFC seasoning?" I'm like, I don't remember.
Special KFC? Special KFC.
Oh,
That special K like puts you to sleep. All that tryptophan.
oh, yeah. But I was trying to think. I don't know. I'd have so many spices in that. Anyway, I don't know. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Remember to go next week. We're going to be on Anna's channel. So make sure to go over there, like and subscribe. Where are you, Anna? Are you at 1,000 yet? How close?
I think I'm 94 away, but
Okay.
I also I have a special thing going on tomorrow night. Gregopedia and I are going to a paranormal event at a mansion called the Strauss Mansion. It's
Ooh.
in Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey, and it is one of the most haunted places in the United States. And I'm going with my friends Jonathan and his wife Sandy. They're paranormal investigators, so we're gonna go really early. And I think like 6:30 we'll be there. The actual investigation starts at 7 and goes until midnight. So we'll be there like 6:30. I'm gonna bring my pendulum. We're gonna do a little fun stuff outside. I do telemetry, so I can touch stuff and get some psychic information from it. But Jonathan and Sandy have. So apparently, Sandy is a ghost magnet, so the ghosts follow her around, and like they have a machine that has like it's not tripwires, but like they call it the tripwire machine. And Jonathan was up in the widow's walk and he was like, "You want to come up here with me?" And it went bloop, 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 all the way up the stairs. So
Wow.
I'm going to try and do a little bit of live from there. It's going to be on my phone, so it's not going to be great. But if you can, drop on by. I'll set up the live in the morning. And you guys can see what goes on at the Strauss house with my crazy paranormal friends.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
I
All
know
right.
it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and then even if you can't go live, you can always come back and do a read and tell us about the ghosties you met there and what their gig is.
I know, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. This is actually, believe it or not, my first paranormal investigation I'm going to. So
I can't say that mine was really official, even though I paid for one on the Queen Mary. I mean, I guess it was a ghost hunt, but it was an ordained one. I don't really feel like it was a super full-on one. So I'll be waiting to hear about your experience.
I am going to be scouting for funeral homes around it that may be for sale. Or Victorian palaces that actually Atlantic Highlands is a pretty cool town. It's a little ocean town next to Bruce Springsteen used to play there all the time, like back in the day.
But he's a turd.
Yeah, I know. He's my parents' old neighbor, so whatever. But it's actually, there's some cool architecture there. There's some cool houses there. It's got it's the highest point on the eastern seaboard in Atlantic Highlands. So
wow,
a lot of cool
no
stuff.
idea.
So
well, take a picture for sure of the house. I want to see what the house looks like, or the mansion.
Oh yeah, I can send you a link to the house too. But I think we may start the video while we're in the car. So as we're driving there, so you guys can like really appreciate like the hills and everything, and it'll be good time. So we're not bringing children. It's actually, this is mine and Greg's date. We're going on a date.
Gregopedia on a date? My goodness. What
This is
random
a
facts
date.
will he share with you? Hmm.
Let's just hope I don't bring anybody home with me. So
I mean, because IA said I dated a ghost in 1999. He was haunting my apartment, but he just really wanted a free place to stay. I felt used.
that's awesome. Did you know the lady that married the ghost pirate divorced him?
I don't know. I remember somebody divorced some ghost. I don't remember. It's kind of like that story of that person that was dating the Eiffel Tower. It's odd. I'm not into that.
What, marrying ghosts?
No, getting hooked up to a actual like landmark like the Eiffel Tower. She said she did the naughty with the Eiffel Tower, and it's just a weird phenomenon. Just gonna say that. Anyway, look it up. It's true.
On that note,
Yeah. Everyone, thank you for hanging out and being with us. I hope you guys all have a wonderful and safe weekend. And make sure you have a good drink on hand. Have some extra sleep if you can. And stay safe. Love you.